Hello, good afternoon everyone. As you can see, my hair's a state. I am so hot right now. I think last time I looked it was like 34ish degrees. And I'm hot. I'm sitting right next to a window with the sun beating down on it. So I just went and had a quick cool down in the shower. So I just wet my hair with cold water and had a bit of a cool down, and I've got my cool towel. Highly recommend. They're absolutely fantastic. They last for hours. As you can see, I'm still dripping slightly, sorry. But yeah, it's a very hot day today. But good afternoon. It is 29th of July. I think, if my calculations are correct, they're probably not, I think we're about week 20 in a row at the moment, if not 21. Posting these videos, which is fantastic. So big woohoo! That's my dance, not me doing Gromit from Wallace and Gromit, like Wallace from Wallace and Gromit doing cheese Gromit. That was my cheer. Woo! But yeah, so we are week 20. How has week 20 gone? Well, it's not been too bad. Well, from last Wednesday, it was okay. We did some maths over the weekend, and I am at a £91 loss since the start of my journey, or 41 kg, depending if you're metric or imperial. And I will show you those figures here now. Trying something new, so hopefully you just saw the figures and of how I've worked out how much I've lost. I'm still dripping, and it's actually kind of annoying me. It's dripping right onto my nose. That's distracting. So yeah, that was a nice little win to find out about. I was down 4.6 pounds this week, I believe. So it's a good week. Good loss week. I think we worked out in total since the start of my LRD, which would be about 20 or so weeks ago. Just have a quick look at calendar. So my operation was the 12th of March. I started that 2 weeks prior. So from the 25th of February until now, I have lost 0.06 ounces a day. Which is absolutely mad. And when you work that out, yeah, it's £91. So very excited to get to that 100. That would be fantastic. I'm not going to try and rush it, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I'll be at £100 loss, which is fantastic for my weight, not for my wallet. I don't know if I've mentioned it or not before, but a deal that has been struck to keep me motivated is for every £1 I lose, I have to donate to the new clothing fund, because I'm going to need some new clothes. And that's £100, which is a lot of money, but it's also a fantastic goal. So I'm very grateful. It's not been an easy journey, as some of you are well aware who followed me from the start. And I've definitely had ups and downs, and I've still got many to go. But yeah, it was a nice little celebration this week. What happened the rest of the week, shall we think? Okay, so that was Wednesday, and then actually the weigh-in and stuff was all that happened over the weekend. As I said, I'm still working, doing the weight loss challenge with Mark the Farmer. So that was all weighed in on Sunday, and all that information was found out then, which was fantastic to find out. The rest of the week, not much really happened. Thursday, just chilled. And then Friday I had a day off work, which was lovely. Had a day of annual leave. Got my hair cut, as you can't tell because it's an absolute state. But I got my hair cut. I had a shave, which you can tell, which is gross because you can see this gross thing. But yeah, I had a shave and haircut. Actually saw my dad for about half hour, which was nice. I saw my nephew for half an hour. Not so nice. He's lovely. He's only 5, I believe. But because there has been some turmoil in the family, shall we say, he hasn't seen me since he was about 18 months old. So he has no idea who I am. So I was sat in a room with someone who I hold quite dear, who had no idea who I was. So that was a bit of a gut punch. But it is what it is. Family is family, I suppose. But yeah, but it was nice to spend a little bit of time like chatting and whatnot. I got some posts, nothing exciting in that regard. And then the main event, Friday evening, I went to Lisa's wedding reception, which was absolutely fantastic. She looked absolutely stunning, and so did the groom. He looked great, and it was very touching and very emotional event. But it was also a great time. Lots of dancing, singing. Had a couple of drinks. I went and pushed the boat out. I had a whole Diet Coke with plenty of ice and a orange juice and lemonade, which I didn't finish. But hey, rebel right here. I know how to party hard. Don't tell me I don't. Nah, it was lovely. It was lovely seeing her all dressed up, and she had a lovely moment with her dad for the dad-daughter dance. And yeah, it was just overall it was a fantastic time. Got to spend some time with Mum and Tonya as well. They both dressed up to the nines, and so did I. I put in an effort. So yeah, that was really lovely. I will show some pictures. You probably saw one picture at the start of this is my thumbnail, but I'll show a couple more at the end, so you can see just a couple more pictures from the evening. I won't show. I didn't take many, but ones I do have, I'll show. But overall, yeah, it was a lovely evening. Got to see loads of people, lots of chatting and stuff. It was lovely. We had to cut the night short a little bit because Mum was her hearing was playing up, so she was getting really dizzy. It was really funny because a lot of people thought she was drunk. She's teetotal, and all she'd had that night was, I think, half a glass of orange juice lemonade at a max and half a glass of water. But because the music was so loud, it was playing up with her hearing, so she was like wobbling about, and people thought she was drunk. But no, the time that we did have was absolutely lovely. Like I say, I got to see loads of friends and enjoy Lisa's special day, which is the whole part of it. But there was some highlights for me. As I mentioned last week, I've been dealing with this roadblock in my head of you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. Like my head's saying I can't do it. My body's like, I think actually you can, but my head's like, no, you can't. You can't do it. But at the wedding, when we got there, it was nice to walk into the venue and not be out of breath, which happened last time. And then to the same venue, not the same wedding, but been to the same venue a couple of times. And the first time I went there, I was out of breath. Just walking in there, and then found a seat and sat down and caught my breath. But this time, walked in absolutely fine. Said hello to everyone, absolutely fine. And then stood outside for a little bit, had a chat and stuff with some people. And then Mum needed to sit down, so we went inside to find a chair to sit down for her. And I looked at it, and as a larger individual, and I don't know if many of you have experienced this, but if you have, you know. If you know, you know. And you look at a chair and you go, nope, no, not going near that, because that thing is like kindling. So I looked at the chair, I gave it a bit of a wobble, and the whole chair went. I was like, nope, not going near that one. So I stood up, I stayed standing up. And then yeah, so I stood up for a good majority of the time. And eventually I did find a seat that looked stable enough to hold, that was going to actually stay in one piece, and sat down next to one for a little while. But then I actually went up and had a couple of little dances. I had a dance with Tonya, I had a dance with Lisa, which is one of the pictures you'll see is just me and her having a cuddle and a dance. It was really good. So I busted a really bad move because I've got no rhythm. I don't mind dancing. I used to not be bothered by it. At the moment, self-conscious about a lot of things, so dancing is definitely one of those things where you go, don't like the fact people are going to be looking at me, but during this event I was like, screw it. I'm here to celebrate, I'm here to have a good time. So I did. So I had a little dance, I had a dance with Tonya, I had a dance with Lisa, as I said, I had a dance with Mum, which was really nice. We had a little dance to Madness, so that was a nice little nod. So yeah. But no, it was a good night. Like I say, we left and then got back and pretty much slept. I just watched TV and stuff, and then woke up the next day. And as I had not moved various muscles and body parts like I had done the night before, I was incredibly stiff. And I stood up and I sounded like when somebody was like snapping a handful of pasta. Everything was clicking and aching and stuff. So I sort of hobbled around the flat for the next day because apparently I'm a 90-year-old man as well. So. But no, it was fine, and pretty much did the same Sunday. I had not much to do on Sunday anyway. Mum was resting up because it took it out of her, so just chilled. I think I played the Xbox a lot of the day. Didn't do an awful lot. Went back to work Monday, where unfortunately I had a migraine. I don't talk about them because I feel like it's a bit like Beetlejuice. You say it too many times, something might happen. It's complete nonsense, but that's just one of those things that I've got drilled into myself for some reason. But I did on Monday. I was quite happy at work. Didn't feel bad at all. I felt fine, and then all of a sudden it just hit me like a brick. Started getting numbing in my hand. For me, when I get a migraine, I've said it twice now. I'm not going to say it one more time. When I get one, I get numbing in my hand, which then moves up into my cheek. Then I get auroras in my eyes, so I see spots. And then I get a piercing headache, which is what happened on Monday. And then I laid down, took paracetamol, and slept for about 8 hours. Woke up with a thick head. I thought that I was sort of walking in slow motion, like moving my head in slow motion. Everything felt really off. So I took Tuesday off as well to catch up with myself because my head was going one way and I was going the other still. But no, it was good. It wasn't good. It was bloody awful. But I haven't had one for 2 years, so that's a bonus. Unfortunately, there's no way to control them or prevent them. As far as I can tell, I still tell myself that it's stress and chocolate. So they are my two triggers. So I try and avoid both as much as at any cost. So. It's been a couple of stressful days, so that's probably why, but it is what it is. I felt bad, quite literally, but also when it came to work, because I literally when something like that starts happening, I've got 20 minutes tops to sort of get my affairs in order before I'm basically useless for the rest of the day, or for the rest of that day and parts of the next day. So I had to message Lisa, my boss, not Lisa, my friend. Well, she is a friend, but she's also my boss. So I know too many Lisas, but I had to message her and just let her know what was going on, and I had to just go. And then I sent her a voice note just while I was watching the countdown, shall we say, and just said, look, this is what's going on. I've had to send you a voice note because I can't text. I'm literally only able to use my left hand at the moment. This is what's going on. I can't see straight. I'm having auroras at the moment. So yeah, I'll message you later on and send that, and then essentially passed out for the rest of the day. But yeah, it's all fun and games, eh? Back to work today, and I had to choose, and it's like the hottest day that I've felt in ages, as you can tell. Like, we've been sat here, and my hair is still dry, like wet, but it's almost like it's about half dry, and I've been here for 10 minutes. So it's about 34 degrees this afternoon when I looked at my phone last, which is why I've got my cool blankie and it's a cooling towel, not a blanket, cooling towel, and wet my hair and stuff, just trying to cool down a bit. And just, yeah, I thought I'd write this. I thought I'd just talk to you and just give you a bit of a breakdown in regards to my past week. I've had a catch up with an old friend I haven't spoken to in a little while, which has been nice, and discussing self-image and Yeah, sort of image issues and stuff, really. It's an interesting topic to discuss, and I won't go into too much detail because I've already waffled on enough already. But this is something that I've been thinking about the last little while. We all have self-image issues. If you don't, you're lying. I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying that we've all got them somewhere or another, and they're awful. They're awful little earworms that sort of nestle themselves into the deepest parts of our self-conscious and make us think that the very basic part of us, our appearance, is the worst thing about us. Let's say I'm down 91 pounds. I look in the mirror, I still see a fat blob, and I mean that in every sense of the word. I don't see weight loss. I don't see like anything other than just this blob of grossness. It's definitely something I need to explore. A friend of mine did mention about seeking some additional counselling in regards to it, so I think that's something that I might do. I'm still battling with it myself, so I think having some reinforcements isn't the worst idea. I suppose this is just my thought for the day is if you need help in any way, shape or form, get it. Just do it. Because it's there to help. It's there for a reason. Don't feel ashamed. Don't feel embarrassed. Other people have felt similar or the same. You're not the only one to feel how you feel. And getting help is beneficial. It's helped me in the past. I suffer with anxiety and depression. I have done for many, many years. It's not a secret. And I've had counselling for it. And I'm a little better than I was before I had the counselling. So I know it helps. And I've done talking therapies myself, both as a talkie and a talker. So I've been on both sides of the coin in that regard, and I know that it's beneficial. So if you need help, go and get it. Don't ever feel like you can't. Don't feel like there's anyone you can never talk. You can't talk to anyone. It's not true. There's always people out there to listen and talk. Just reach out. That's all you need to do. It's not an easy first step. I 100% know that. But it will be the first step. It will literally make you feel 100 times lighter, taking that one step. So with that, I'll leave you. I'll leave you with some pictures of me and the gang from the wedding, and I will catch up with you again next week. And I hope you're enjoying the sun. I'm enjoying the sun. It's just really hot. When you got to sit indoors in front of a computer, it's really hot. If I was outside, I'd love it, but I'm not, so I'm miserable. But enjoy the sunshine while we've got it, because we don't know how long we've got it. And I will catch you again next week. So if you can just do all the usual bits and pieces, like, subscribe, follow. That's not a one, is it? Like, subscribe. I don't know where follow came from. I'm on the wrong platform. Hit the bell, leave a comment, leave a note, whatever you feel like doing. Comment section's there. I'm quite happy to take any questions, thoughts, comments. I read them all and I'll react to them all. So yeah, please do, and I will catch you again next week. So it's bye for now.